escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Townsend. And his throw here is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
For who?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Townsend. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Here's Matt Wild now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Touchdown. He returns the punt 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Dude, shut up. Why does it even matter? Why y'all still talking about it? Steve is only instigating stuff. Because I was looking for some. All Steve do is instigate stuff.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Am I saying anything about him?
Route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver.
Yeah, because you're being extra. Shut up.
Able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Jason, shut up.
Come on. So now they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk.
Stay out of my business. Jason, shut up. Don't make me
Past
tell you.
the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll run on first down. Holiday. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Shut your mouth. And Steve Johnson, don't say nothing else tonight, because I wasn't on you when you was over there having a life crisis with Seth. No, having a life crisis, remembering your old past days. Shut up. Because Steve is a crybaby. He want to talk about everybody else. He started crying because Seth started saying riddles.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull
He
it
started
down.
saying riddles confusing his head, making him mad, and then he started wanting to fight.
9 yards and a first.
You know how Seth be talking.
Buying time and extending the play, but you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in
Seth gonna beat him up.
Away.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
He better stop playing with Seth. Yeah, Seth gonna beat him up. Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson, think the kid's gonna say.
And he's gonna keep it here. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How you doing, bro?
On first down.
That's why I said.
Trying to find a
That's why I
lane,
said
but
didn't even say much to you.
And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Said didn't even. Shut up. You said that the other day. Shut up. It's old. Don't try to get on me because. Don't try to get on me because. Don't try to get on me because Seth gonna beat you up.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out low. You ain't doing no
Gosh.
And now Jackson will look to
Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all are squares in the 717. The whole party.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball.
You
have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Come on now. Come on. The stereotypes for Texas. Get off of it. That's so old. That's so old.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Still waiting on that chili run on you.
I don't mind.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around.
Lane, you ain't going nowhere.
I
Oh,
keep
sorry,
throwing the
my
football
bad.
until they make me change.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Oh, y'all
Boykin,
supposed to be
his first
not be
touchdown
sensitive with
on
crime
the
about
year.
judging.
As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point.
Gay, he come back gay.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Jenkins came like a fag. Earl Jenkins came back sensitive.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive. But into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Escapes the defender. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I said this team's slow.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, my goodness.
They'll come out in the pistol. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Right now.
Miles Boykin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0.
His first is going to be 32nd or 31st.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Why would you trade him to us?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Townsend airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Come on, bro.
Here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Bro.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they've...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Falcons get there for the sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Shift! Watch the shift! Zip that! Me. Wahoo! Right there.
Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready? Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the zoom. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And for right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down.
How these motherfuckers here letting this shit get past them? They ain't that damn slow. Fuck out of here.
He kept it outside.
Damn.
Not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Oh, my bad.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen.
Let's go. Up.
Watch the screen.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Check 26. Check 26. Bus.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Don't do that. Jason.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt.
All that, and you still ain't going to score, man.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch the roll out. Quick the edge. Ready.
Off the play fake. Townsend. And that'll be incomplete.
Shut up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I'm practicing at this point.
From the gun, Townsend. And that is incomplete.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Matt Weil now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Put that heat on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll throw on first down to Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Ready. Check Mike 45. All right, T, listen. All right, T. 22, check. Mama. 22, check.
On second down, Holiday. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 6-yard line. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
You got motion, man. You got that.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Let's go. 70 ending. 3, Mike. 65.
On 3rd down, Holiday, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. Hit it.
Back to throw. Townsend. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The final shot before break. Townsend airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Rookie quarterback.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, wahoo. Hey. On the bucket.
The final shot before break. Townsend. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Nah, not the homie. You ain't gonna kill the homie, dog. Damn. Yeah. You gonna do him dirty, bro? God damn, bro. I'm ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Back to the air on 2nd down. Clifford And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
What's the run? They're running it. Sponge, look at me. Go, Leo. On the ball. Lee Griffin.
Throwing on third and long. Clifford. This one caught.
Oh, but he can catch that, though.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jackson now down around his goal line. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. 30, 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to score, Ravens 42, Falcons nothing. Justin Tucker is the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On first down, Clifford. And he rifles one incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Freeman. Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
60 or. Big series right. Ready?
They run. Devontae Freeman. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
You better bring it. Fair. Right now, you better bring it. Now.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, Clifford. And this is incomplete. So So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Look, squeeze, hit it.
Throwing again. Clifford. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Go by. Good night.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Get it.
To throw again. Clifford. And he fires one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Yeah, nah, there ain't no multiple defense. I got the multiple defensive book. That shit ain't did nothing. Everybody read that shit.
Baltimore
That's how I
offense
know
at
it
the
ain't
line,
That's
set
how I
to
know
get
they ain't
going.
using that
And last
shit.
time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
They
I have
use
to
that
agree
cover
with
to
you
Saint
because
with
this
the
one's
corner
just
coming out
about
the head.
decided.
That's
But
not
you
in
get
multiple
benefits from all those
D's.
empty
But when they
seats.
pick their
Agree with
playbook,
me. Trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get
but I'm
20
saying, what
and a first
defensive
down.
book is that? When they
just
pick
look like
it,
they're
they say
having fun
West
out
Coast
there.
offense
Big
and
lead.
multiple
There's
defense.
another big play
They're
on the
not
big
picking them
run.
up.
I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit
saying.
older than you, as you well know,
That's not
partner, and you
multiple
tend to
defense.
tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Go. Motion. Wide motion. Mike's 54. You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, he's going to launch this thing. Wait it. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 53 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Fuck out of here.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off play action. Clifford gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
To Devontae Freeman. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. Mike's by 4. Push him back. Push him back. Joker, gone. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over.
Yeah, he got them big 6'4" tight ends, 6'4" receivers and shit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tack McKinley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
54 is Mike. 54.
Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Blowout.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Ravens 49, Falcons 7. Greg Joseph sets to kick.
So they'll get another shot
Man,
on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Look at this shit here, boy. This shit here is nuts.
And there he goes again.
This shit is nuts.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Quarterback is fucking
despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 74 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifford. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Looking to throw. Clifford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Clifford. It's caught. Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons claw one back. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? With a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through great. That was impressive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Second half, first half, wasn't getting in there. And he ain't like he switched up. He's doing the same shit.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point.
But I'm saying he switched it up, but he's doing the same
that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster.
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
I think about.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
Texas serious.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Steve Johnson.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance.
They just going straight up the seam. Nobody doing nothing. Nobody's dropping back or nothing. They going straight up the seam, bro. That's crazy.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing.
Head to head, that should be a book. That shit not even going past nobody.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Man, I don't want to hear that. I'm tired of hearing Jason
following the
shut
touchdown.
Up.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, Atlanta.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
22 jet bomber, 22 jets, get it.
Back to throw. Clifford. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Rock it.
2nd and 13. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Clifford. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Oh.
They'll run on 1st down. Holiday, he's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the